Let my kid celebrate his birthday on your wedding, by user Sailor Fantasy. As I have already told in another post, I am getting married in some months. It's a small wedding in my house, with just 28 people, including us. One of them is my aunt, the wife of my father's brother. So, last Saturday, 1 week ago, I told everyone about the wedding. It was great, besides my grandpa's telling me they won't come because they are too old. But yesterday, I received a WhatsApp message from a phone that I didn't know. It was my aunt's niece from her part of the family, who I have never met. Turns out that her kid's, 4 years old, birthday is 3 days before my wedding. She thought it would be a great idea to join my wedding and celebrate her kid's birthday too, because it's just the family and it's not in a church or pretty place anyways, so it's a great idea. And also said we should invite her family and the kids' school friends. I am done about all the bulls asterisk it that I am handling while arranging this wedding, so I just said sorry, I have never met you, and my wedding is not gonna become your child's birthday party. Bye, and blocked her. I was expecting my aunt to call me furious, but she apologized, saying she had no idea. She thought her niece only wanted to congratulate me, and that's why she gave her my number after telling her the news. Also she told me to not worry, because her other niece called her to say how horrible I am, but she scolded her. I am sure at the end of this wedding I will have enough stories to write a book. How does people handle with this stuff? Edit, THX for the congratulations heavy black heart. M wanted my baby to trap her BF, by user_moth. Been sitting on this one for a while, and it was the tipping point that led to me going NC with my M. A few years ago after dropping out of college and having to move back in with my M, financial reasons stemming from my mother, I found out I was pregnant. 5 months pregnant, 19, and single. Scary, right? So I went to my mother and told her because I didn't really know what else to do. The first thing out of her mouth, verbatim, was, "Oh, this perfect. Can I have it?" Obviously I thought that I had heard wrong, or that she was just fucking with me because WTF. But no, I had heard her perfectly. She went on about how she thought her new BF was gonna break up with her and that since he was a widow, his wife and child had died in childbirth, he wouldn't leave her if she got pregnant. On the spot she pitched this elaborately stupid plan of us hiding my pregnancy and then passing my baby off as her own, as if we didn't live in the same city as all our family. Basically I told her she was crazy and we went back and forth for a bit before she threw a full-blown tantrum, screaming about how ungrateful I was and why couldn't I just do this one thing for her, and stormed off and locked herself in her room. Where she promptly went on her phone and aired out my entire situation on Facebook. Well, within the hour both sides of my family knew. My father, equally an entitled asshole but separated from my mother, showed up with his GF at my door and informed me that they had already set up an appointment for the following week with a local adoption agency. And that they knew I'd do the right thing. Which I did by packing my shit and couch hopping with friends for a bit until I got on my feet. This honestly wasn't the worst thing my M has ever done to me, but it was definitely the turning point to realizing I didn't want or trust her around myself or my child. Anyway, I haven't really talked to or seen either of my parents since, and now have a charming 3yo boy and a lovely fiancé, so life is much better. Refusing to let me leave, by user Lady Chase Forever. I'm a 21yo, F, who recently got a work visa in France and is supposed to be leaving in April. My parents and brother refuse to let me go even though it's my right to do so. They've also taken away my USA visa and my passport. I'm literally exhausted and depressed on my bed and what to do at this point. I feel so fucking alone. Just wanted to vent, sorry. Cut your hair. My daughter does not like it, by user Educational Cable 819. This is my second entitled parent story relating to air travel. Maybe it's my luck or bad luck perhaps. I am a 3/4M with long black thick hair which almost reaches by upper torso, lower than my shoulder. Mind you, I have been taking care of it for over 18 months now and am very proud of it. And TBH, from the back it almost seems too feminine. Well, I was travelling from Melbourne to Kochi, India, had just reached Chennai, India, to take my connecting flight to my hometown. I cleared my security checks and was waiting at the gate when someone just gave my hair a tug. I was surprised and turned around to see a little girl, nice kid, not more than 6 years old. She was put off when she saw my face with a beard and she ran away giggling and I didn't think much of it. Now enter their parents, entitled mom and nice dad. The entitled mother came rushing towards me and the conversation went something like this. Excuse me. Me, yeah, How can I help you? Are you queer? Me, sorry, I don't have to tell you that. Then why do you have this long hair? Are you trans or bisexual? Me, surprised that this knows these terms. Ma'am, that's none of your business. ND, looks at me apologetically. Honey, let's not disturb him, please let's go. Nice kid came to you thinking you are a woman and now she's traumatized by your long hair. Me, okay, so? I demand you cut it, it's not masculine to grow out your hair, you expletives. Me, getting a bit annoyed now. WTF? Can you just mind your own business and leave me alone? ND, don't embarrass yourself and make a scene, please let's go. I am not creating a scene, this retard traumatized our daughter. I demand he apologize and cut his hair right away. ND, I am terribly sorry sir about my wife's behavior. Me, at this point I am pissed but controlled my anger for the nice dad. Please take her away before I say something I regret. People started to gather around, and asked the to go away and mind her business, but she kept insisting that I had to cut my hair and be masculine. Finally her husband somehow managed to drag the away from me with her kid being totally fine and distracted from what's happening. A few people sitting near me gave each other stares as to what in the actual fuck happened here. Just for the record, I am straight but I just like my long hair. The nerve on some people to ask these kind of questions. Edit, for PPL who are saying this was fake, a bit of context. I'm Indian but I assume the family were Middle Eastern, again this is just purely for context, since the wore that full-length gown. The airport has a seating area near the security check where the kid came running to me. The above interaction happened at the gate when the kid saw me again and waved at me. He left me at a Circle K, by user Locomad Monk. Context. My father was abused by an alcoholic father and has a mental illness in the cluster B zone. He will not disclose further on what he has. But his behaviors ring borderline/NPD. My father has a sting of failed marriages and abandons his kids to pursue the next woman to make him happy, prioritizing himself over everyone else. He left 2 marriages that I know of to be with my mother, who caused an unintentional abandonment by dying of cancer. This set him off and he abandoned me to get with his next wife not even a month after she died. His sister made him take me back, where I was raised by this adult toddler until I was 16, and he left me at a gas station. I raised myself in this madness. He was never home. Never interacted with me. Gave me a Nintendo and pocket change and thought that was good enough. I went through my teens and 20s navigating homelessness and sketchy Craigslist rent-a-rooms. We didn't talk for years. In my 30s I started talking to him on the phone a little bit. Cordial interactions for 5 minutes, and if he went toddler mode I felt at a safe distance to process it and go about my life. Now that I am in my 40s and he is in his 70s, he has the temerity to try and guilt me into interacting with him further. Saying to me, in the old days, kids used to take care of their elderly parents. I clapped back and said, yeah well, parents used to take care of their kids. Fast forward to this week. He tries to triangulate my brother, whom I have not seen in 20 years, into brokering a family reunion. I called my brother and told him no, and spilled the tea on what living with dad was really like. I know my brother is in the dark about all this. And yearns for the father he never had, but that old man ain't it. Because of this man. Words like love and family make me feel unsafe. So no, I am not coming to the gaslight blackmail family barbecue.